Horse, Alaska. Dead Horse at the airport. I actually just noticed there was a sign that said hotel across the street, so I thought I'd walk out and check it out. I'll tell you what, last week was a really good week to go and get a new jacket. Just scored this brand new jacket, kind of preparation for coming up here. I knew it was going to be really cold. But this is kind of the scene around here. Lots of oil, lots of trucks, lots of buildings. It's really just a town just set up just for people to drill for oil. So I'm in the Aurora Hotel. I'm trying to talk kind of quiet in case there's people sleeping. It basically looks like a big bunkhouse. I think it's the only hotel in this area, it's my guess. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a army barracks. I'm gonna go check out the cafeteria now. Thank you. Also in all of Prudhoe Bay and Dead Horse, they have a no alcohol, no drug policy. That applies to the entire town, not just individual companies. Walking back to the airport. Gotta watch closely around here. You can't really tell where any roads are at. I think I'm walking down the middle of a road right now. So I just had kind of an awkward interaction with the people there at the hotel. Actually really polite and friendly, but I rolled in there and I was the only one in the cafeteria, only person in the area, and I scared her when I walked in. She was making some food. I said, hey, you know, I'm just here on a visit, just here for the day. She just looked at me and said, why? I described to her what I'm doing. I'm paying a visit. Then she was real nice, but obviously not too many visitors up here. Hope we stayed out of your way today. We did our best.
Both of you.
Yep. Yeah, we're good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Landed in Barrow, Alaska. Barrow. We are way, way up north. North of the Arctic Circle, in fact. It is windy. It is cold. I don't know, my mustache feels like it's frozen right now. Is it frozen? It is Barrow. These are the whale bones. If you've ever looked at Barrow, you've probably seen these whale bones. And directly through the center of them, behind you, and pardon me, in front of you, that is the Arctic Ocean. I'd love to take some more video. Man, it's too cold for me, I admit. So taking a little walk this evening, a little Barrow walk, cold walk. So far everybody's been really nice. I just stopped into the Subway and got directions to the closest grocery store and started walking, and they even caught up with me about a block later and just make sure I was on the right track and everything. A couple of locals really kind. But that's pretty interesting. We got cars, we got snowmobiles. Around here they treat the snowmobiles just like a car, basically, as far as the rules of the road. Still on my walk, went to the Arctic grocery, picked up a few things. Everything is definitely much more expensive here, so if you're going to travel to this area, I'd recommend you don't forget anything. In my case, I forgot deodorant and I forgot Pepto-Bismol. So I just went to the Arctic grocery and I got some Pepto-Bismol, I got one candy bar, one Gatorade, and the total, and one deodorant too. The total was $26. $26. 1, 2, 3, 4 items, $26. That's a lot of money for those 4 items. Also want to note too, the current time is 10 p.m. It's still pretty light out at 10 p.m. in March. So I got back from my walk just in time. I don't know if you can see what's going on out there, but the wind is blowing pretty good. I don't want to take a guess the miles per hour because I'm bad at that kind of thing. But I was actually just out walking to the grocery store, and I was right in the middle of taking video, and my phone just died. I went from 60% all the way down to 0, just like that. It's charging back up just from the cold. And the minute I got back inside, the wind just started blowing. This is really challenging terrain. Like, there are people that live up here and work in this and get on a snow machine, snowmobile, and just cruise around, and I think it's pretty impressive. So I just ate at a delicious place called Osaka. Osaka, it's a sushi place here in Barrow. I'm impressed. Really good rolls, really good sashimi. Fish is good quality. So we're in like the downtown area of Barrow, and noticing something interesting here. Everybody leaves their cars running. If you look on the parking lots, people will go inside, places go shopping or whatever, and they just leave their cars running. I'm assuming, of course, it's probably because of the extreme cold around here. But there's obviously not a problem with vehicle theft. And it also makes sense that there wouldn't be, because you can't drive anywhere. There's no roads in, no roads out. The only way is by boat or by plane or by snow machine on the trail, I guess, but there's no roads. So it makes sense. You're not going to steal a car because you got nowhere to take it. So Christina and myself were here in Barrow, so we went and stopped to the budget rental car company there at the airport, and they sent us out to pick up our rental car. Here it is, right here. We just have to be able to bury it out. So Christina, she brought the shovel. She's gonna get going on that real soon. I'm gonna sit in the warm car though. Yeah, I mean, there's even snow in the car. Look at that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So right over here is KBRW. This is the one radio station in town, I think, that you can listen to online. There's a couple others, but that's the only one that actually broadcasts live. Internet's obviously an issue. It's really expensive to get internet here. So it's kind of cool if they broadcast online. Well, heading back to the airport now. Taking one last walk. Actually really beautiful this morning. It's only having a heat wave. It's only -11, so I don't have to have the hood on this morning. Just the jacket and the hat and the gloves suffice. It's been a great trip. And again, it is way, way, way up here. It's interesting the way people go about living their lives. Gonna catch a flight going to Anchorage and then back home to Seattle. I'm about to enter into the Alaska Airlines building, checking for my flight. Interesting here in Barrow, every airline has their own separate building. The building that includes, of course, ticket counter, security, and there's always a great big cargo bay. Of course, they do a lot of cargo. Everything comes in via air.